What is up, guys and gals of YouTube? This is your boy Precursor Jake here, back with another video. Now, this isn't a video that I thought I would make. It's not a video that I thought I would have to make. But it is a video that I want to make because something has to be said about the Fallout 76 game coming out here soon by Bethesda. Now, I did have the pleasure to, fortunately, play the beta last night. Actually, it came out for PlayStation 4, and I basically just want to talk about the game a little bit and give my first impressions based on the beta. Now, just to say this up front and foremost, the game is coming out in a couple of weeks, so I do assume that what we saw in the beta and the things that were in the beta are roughly, basically what we're going to get in the final game. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys, it's ass. It is so terrible. And I never thought I would say that about a Bethesda game because I love Bethesda and I think they do a great job with their single player games. But with that said, this game is so terrible, and I'll tell you why. There's a couple of reasons. The first reason is, which is probably the biggest one that everybody can tell right when you leave the vault, the frame rate in this game is horrendous. It is terrible. Like, it's almost unplayable. Like, at least this is my experience on the PlayStation 4 in the 4 hours that I had with it in the beta. And it's like the game not glitches, it just stutters so much. The frame rate is so bad in it that like the frame rate drops so low and so frequently that it's almost unplayable. Like, you get to a busy town, or if there's a lot of other characters around, your frames drop so low. And that's just for starters. I went to this town that's not too far from the vault. It's like one of the first towns you go to that has a church in it to find the overseer. And literally, I think it wasn't that town. It was the town next to it that had a bunch of scorched enemies around it. With guns. But anyways, literally the buildings in that town weren't even level to the ground. Like, the buildings weren't level at all. Like, they were just floating in air. Like, there was space where you could see up underneath the building into the house. Like, this game feels so rushed and sloppily put together. There's like no story at all. All you do is run around and you collect holotapes and you listen to holotapes. There's no NPCs around to talk to. The world feels completely empty. There's nothing in it but other players. And if you're interested in playing with other people, that's fine, but it's like there's only so much you can do. There's not a lot of enemies around. A lot of the space feels empty. And it's like you're, I don't know, like, I guess that's how it's supposed to feel maybe to some people, but it just feels like Bethesda wasn't 100% sure what type of game they wanted to make. Because for the players who like the single player experience, there's nothing here for you. You legit just collect holotapes. Those are each mission is look at the frame drops in this game. It's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm just getting so worked up about it because the game is like the game and the gameplay is such shit. And I just expected so much more out of Bethesda because they make great games, but this game is terrible. I'm gonna stop saying that because I'm just saying it and I'm not giving any reason why. But so basically you just listen to these holotapes like you see here. You listen to these holotapes And that's the story. That's what gives you the story. So for single players, for people who like the single player and Bethesda games, you're going to be disappointed because that's all you have. You don't have any NPCs to talk to. There's no story besides that. Now, if you're a multiplayer person, if you want to play multiplayer, the multiplayer is very lackluster in this game because when you shoot someone, first of all, the pacifist mode has to be turned off. So, assuming that you have the pacifist mode turned off, if you shoot someone, you do not do hardly any damage to them whatsoever. Like their health goes down so small that you could literally just ignore the people that are shooting at you. The only way that you could do more damage to them is if they engage in the action of shooting you, and then you'll start taking away more health from them. And I don't know, it's like they make it so hard for you to play a multiplayer. Like they put all these like walls and like barriers up to like appease the people who don't want that PvP action, but that kind of takes away from those people who do want the PvP action, because then they're hindered. And even if people who don't want to play the PvP and just want to experience the game for what it is, there's nothing for them either, because there's no story, there's no NPCs. You're just in this empty ass world, just killing like the random enemies you find in the world, and that's it. That's all you do. And you can partner up with people and do it together. And the graphics are terrible. The textures in this game look like they're from like the PlayStation 2. Like the textures are so ugly. Bethesda, I love them, but they need to really upgrade their engine. This engine is so outdated. They need a new engine. And I can't it's beyond me right now that they're actually thinking about even shipping this game in a couple of weeks. This game looks so bad. It looks so rushed, and it looks so terrible. I could never justify paying $60 for this game. And I can't even fathom the people who bought the higher priced editions of this game, because this game is so boring and nothing to do and so terrible that paying $60 for this game in the state that it is now is, you basically should just light your cash on fire and just watch it burn, because I don't know what they need to do, but it's definitely not going to be something that they can do in 2 weeks. So for that, I'm out. I don't want this game. I don't want to buy this game. It's not good, and it's gonna take them, I don't know how long to fix it, but I'll tell you one thing: it's not gonna be 2 weeks. Hopefully they can upgrade it and make it better, but as the state that it's in right now, it's looking like it's gonna be a terrible game. You know, all these issues and problems with the game. And the one thing that they have in the game already, even in the beta, all this crappy stuff going on, all this shitty stuff in this game, and they actually have the microtransaction shop in the beta already. Like it's already in the game. They figured that out. They figured out how they're gonna monetize the game, but they're giving you this shitty game, trying to make money off of it. It literally looks like it took them fucking 2 weeks to make this game. It looks terrible. It runs terrible, it looks terrible, and it's boring. It's boring as shit. I would never suggest anybody buy this. And I know all of this is coming off really harsh, and I went on a little rant there, but I do love Bethesda. I really do. And I think the reason why I'm so upset is just because of the fact that I do love Bethesda so much, and I expected something better. I expected something more from this, and it's just a huge disappointment. And for the people that have played it, they understand. For the people who haven't played it yet, don't play it because it's not worth it. But hopefully this video helps you guys to stay away from this game. It's just, I could wait for, if you really love Fallout, if you really love Bethesda and you just want to try it and you weren't able to try the beta, just wait for it to go on sale. It's not worth $60 at all. But anyways, if you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, go ahead and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.